Izzo has reached his 17th Sweet 16. I mean, that is a huge number. Only Jim Boeheim with 20 and the legendary Coach K with 26 have more. Izzo says he wants to coach for a bunch more years, so don't think that he can't pass Coach Boeheim, especially if he continues to recruit and develop players like Cohen Carr and Jeremy Fears. And I use that word develop on top of recruit because it's not just getting those guys on campus. He is not a transfer portal guy, hasn't been much of one throughout his career. So you bring in a guy like Fears, you bring in a guy like Cohen Carr, and you develop them into the players that we saw on the floor against Louisville. That's why this is so repeatable for Tom Izzo and Michigan State year after year.
Oh, yeah. We've seen Jeremy Fears develop all season long. Jeremy Fears, at this point, one of the better point guards in all of college basketball. We saw it coming on both ends of the floor. But when you look at Cohen Carr, you look at the season that he's had on the offensive end, you go back to December, Cohen Carr catch the basketball, wouldn't even look at the basket. He was unconfident and unsure and did not have any sort of confidence on the offense end of the floor. It was at points where teams would not guard Cohen on the perimeter. They just look at him and say, yo, go shoot the basketball. And he would not. So you look at the first two games that he's had in this tournament, I mean, phenomenal. They take Michigan State to an entirely different level. It takes them to a national championship level. If Cohen Carr is going to give you close to 20 points a game, he's going to give you 7 rebounds, he's going to knock down threes. I mean, that's what you need. That's what you need to get to a Final Four, and that's what you need to win a national championship.
But you and I both agree, if you want to win it all, especially when you play a team like UConn, or then whomever, Michigan State, should they get past the Huskies, would have to play in the Elite Eight, you need elite guard play.
Yes.
And there is no one playing the point guard position right now at a higher level than Jeremy Fears. Because he's not just sharing, he's not just setting these assist records, he's also scoring the basketball and has become a legitimate jump shooter and a legitimate offensive weapon even outside 15 feet. To me, his development and the player that he has become is not only the main reason, I would even argue it's the only reason that Michigan State is in this position.
Oh, for sure, because you look at all the guys around the roster, even though we talk about Cohen Carr, there's not another bona fide first-round player on that roster. There's not a guy you look at that roster and say they're going to get drafted in this upcoming draft. So you see what Jeremy Fears is doing, it just makes it even more remarkable. When I was watching Jeremy Fears, when he was at high school, when he was at Lalamere, my former high school, I kept saying over and over, he's that kid that's going to get Michigan State to another Final Four because he embodies everything that Izzo wants to see out there on the floor. So when you see Izzo getting amped up, he's yelling, he's feisty about a certain play, you see right there behind him Jeremy Fears yelling and fighting about the same exact thing. So yes, we know he's a great passer and facilitator. He's scoring the basketball at a higher rate. He's defending at a high level. But he is that leader that you need to get to a Final Four. He's a leader that you need to win a national championship. And he is playing himself and maybe into the next level here soon.
What about this matchup against a UConn team that obviously has a ton of national championship credentials recently under Dan Hurley, but really struggled in that Big East championship game? They were blown out by St. John's in a game that was never a game. But does that pay the same dividends for them that we're seeing early from Michigan after the Wolverines lost our conference championship game?
Yeah, I like Michigan State in this game because you look at how Michigan State, they've been shooting the basketball. That's the difference in Michigan State right now. But you look at UConn and how they want to throw that basketball inside to Terrence Reed. I like Michigan State there. I like Jackson Kohler. I like Carson Cooper. I like Cam Ward off the bench. And even when you look at Alex Caravan and their pick and pop action, when they try to move him around at that 4 position, Michigan State goes small. They throw Cohen Carr on Alex. They put Ken Ward in the game. They put him on Caravan. I really like Michigan State in this game also because of their physicality. When that shot goes up, Michigan State, they are crashing at the highest level. And I don't know if UConn has the size down low to deal with the Spartans on the glass.
Terrence Reed had 27 rebounds earlier in this NCAA tournament for the Huskies. Obviously, Michigan State familiar with him from his time in Michigan. Alex Caravan, I mean, it seems like that guy's been in college for like a decade and a half.
Yeah, it's like Willie Cauley-Stein from Kansas.
That's what happens when you continue to make Final Fours and national championship games. It's Michigan State and UConn Friday night from the nation's capital. Back to the South region in Illinois, Houston in a Thursday game. Now, this game is to be played in Houston. NCAA rules say it can't be on the campus, can't be in the home arena of a team. But this arena, the Toyota Center, is 2 miles from Houston's campus. You can walk there in about 30 minutes. So that's perhaps a disadvantage for Illinois. To me, the bigger issue for Illinois is dealing with Houston's physicality because there's no team in this bracket, there's no team in the country that gets up in you like Kelvin Sampson's Cougars.
Yeah, and when you look at Illinois all season long, when they've had trouble, when they've lost games, it's because of the rebounding. It's because of the lack of physicality. So when I look at this game, Houston presents every problem that Illinois does not want to face on the glass because at times, Illinois, their bigs, Tomislav, Zavamir, you look at how they finished the regular season. You look at what Illinois, they lost their final 3 games of the regular season. They were losing in that losing stretch. Tomislav only averaged 4 rebounds a game in that stretch. And if your big is not going to go get your boards, you're going to struggle to win ball games. When you look at Houston, they're going to be physical for no reason. And at times, Illinois, they don't like physicality on that glass. So when you go hit those guys, it's all about how they respond. So if you get me Tomislav from the first 2 games, who averaged 9 rebounds in the first weekend, I like Illinois, but that's what it comes down to. It comes down, can those bigs, can they go rebound the basketball? Because it's going to be a slow-paced game. It's going to be in a half court, but the physicality, that's going to be the answer at the end of the day.
I'm fascinated to see how Keaton Wagler handles this because Wagler's been great, and he hasn't looked like a freshman. Houston has some grown blank men on their team, and I'm just guessing right off the bat that they're going to make it remarkably uncomfortable for Wagler and say, listen, you've been really good, but listen up, teenager. We're slightly older. We're a lot more veteran. We're a lot more physical. I'm guessing he's going to take some shots early.
Oh, yeah, he's going to have to. I mean, you look at Keaton Wagler, he's going to have to come into this game and understand how it's being played. Houston, one of the more physical teams in the country, so you know it's going to be a half-court game. And when they play off that ball screen, Houston's going to trap it. They're going to hard hedge it. They may play some drop coverage. They're going to switch it up to try and confuse Keaton Wagler. But Keaton Wagler is an All-American for a reason. He's going to have to score the basketball. You look at this game against Houston, this is the game where you need your best player to play his best basketball. You need Keaton Wagler to go out there and have one of those Keaton Wagler moments that made him one of the better freshmen in the entire college basketball season.
To me, Kylan Boswell, who can be a very physical guy at that point of attack, especially as a defender, but David Murkovich doesn't get enough credit for being a big, strong guy who can get downhill. I think if you're looking for an X factor, a guy who may not be the first guy out of your mouth when you think about this matchup, I think Murkovich has to have a big game for Illinois to have a chance to win.
Yeah, because you look at Murkovich, and offensively, he's the X factor. Because you look at Illinois at time this season, it's been live by the 3, die by the 3. But if you look at David, he gives him a body, a big body. They can throw the ball into on the block, and he can make plays. They can give it to him in the mid-post. He can get his own basket with the booty ball. He can find guys off the double team. And when that shot goes up, there's one guy on that roster I know is not scared of physicality, and it's David Murkovich. He's going to enjoy that. He's going to embrace it. You need big fella to have one of those 20 and 10 games to go along with Keaton Wagler does on the perimeter if you want to advance to the Elite 8.